But a 640, welcome back. Yesterday we heard from 3 parents of transgender teens, and they shared some of the challenges they faced and the tools that helped them through those challenges. In today's segment of Raising North Dakota, we will hear from 2 transgender teens and some of the hurdles they've overcome. Growing up and trying to figure out who you are and what your passions are in life can be overwhelming. But imagine the turmoil one might experience if who you are on the inside doesn't match what you see on the outside. Turmoil and dysphoria are what many transgender individuals experience when they come to this realization, and that was the case for Lilith Belf.
For the longest time, I didn't think I'd make it to adulthood pre-transition. There's irreversible changes that come with puberty, and they are just very uncomfortable. So that's like physical body dysphoria. And then there's also social dysphoria, where your place in society is just very different from where you think it should be. Growing up as like an adolescent male, not knowing, I don't know why I was so afraid and scared of what I'd become if the rest of puberty was completed.
What made it even more scary for Lilith is the fact that she didn't know transgender individuals existed, making her feel isolated and alone. That's why she emphasizes the importance of educating our youth about all types of people.
Parents shouldn't be afraid of teaching their kids about homosexuality, or that homosexual people exist, with the thought that their child would now become gay or something. I didn't know trans people existed until I was 16 or something. So maybe your child is, gay or a lesbian, and they don't know that that's a thing that they could be comfortable as.
Lilith says that her most difficult challenge was relationships during her transition, stating some friends and family did not take too kindly to the news. Some came around and accepted her, while others did not. Relationships were also a big challenge during the transition process for Rachel Miller. It all began during her middle school years, which can be a challenging time in itself for many teens.
A lot of people just didn't really understand when I first came out, and it was hard to, meet new people or make new friends, I guess, when everyone knew that I was trans. It was just hard for me to connect with a lot of people.
And while it may be difficult to understand, Rachel encourages all adults to consider all of the possibilities when starting a family.
Just just try to understand before you bring kids into this world, because then if they try to come out to you or try to talk to you and you don't know anything and you react negatively, that can really, really affect them badly. To say they were gay or trans, you want to open your eyes to be supportive of that,
And as Lilith explains, being transgender is not an attention-seeking phase. It's an identity mismatch.
I don't think trans people are trans because they want to be. They would 100% prefer not being trans.
And once Rachel opened up to her family, a network of support is what her mother sought out.
She sought out this therapist that I ended up going to for about 5 years. When he it just explained to her that I didn't need any fixing, that this is just how I am. And she kind of realized it. I just felt more okay, she isn't going to try and change me. And then that was when I felt most comfortable.
And the best part of it all?
I think the free thing is a big part of it. I don't know. It was rough, the earlier parts of adolescence, hiding stuff, I guess. So telling people and being more free about it, the trans thing, has been helpful, and it makes life a lot less stressful.
And tomorrow on Good Day Dakota, we will have part 3 of this series and hear from a couple of medical experts on some of the misconceptions that people often have and what we can do to best support our transgender youth and all of the youth as a whole as they navigate adolescence, which we know can be it can be difficult, and as they try to just figure out who they are and what they want in life. And we've all been there.
I can't imagine, and I just, I love hearing their voices because it helps us all come to a place of understanding.
Just support one another.
Yeah,
for
thank
sure.
you very much, Alicia.